from Alpha's Astrology at alphasastrology.com. Thanks for joining me today. So I'm going to do a video for the first half of September 2019, including the full moon in Pisces. So we start off the 1st of September with a trine, a lovely trine from Mercury in Virgo to Uranus in Taurus. So this starts off September with us having these unique thoughts come in. You could literally have downloads from the universe. Uranus also represents the universe as well. Mercury is our thoughts. It's also how we speak, so we could also have some unique things to say at this time. But at the very least, we're going to be thinking differently. Maybe be really inspired by something like an epiphany that just hits you and makes you think differently. On the 2nd of September, we have the Sun conjuncting Mars, right? Now this basically is giving us energy. We want to do things. We feel good. We want to take action. But at the same time, we have Venus squaring Jupiter, and then the moon at this time is squaring Pluto. So this to me says that there's something stopping us from expressing who we are from a love standpoint as well as emotionally. And so the thing to do here on the 2nd of September when you want to go, 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 yet something's holding you back, is to try to take that treetop view of your life and see, what am I maybe doing to sabotage myself? Am I maybe doing something very minor that if I changed it, things would be different for me, and I would be able to express myself and move forward with whatever it is that you might want to do. On the 3rd of September, we have the same Sun conjuncting Mercury now instead of Mars. So to me, this says, as a result of maybe some kind of conundrum on the 2nd, the 3rd, you get the right idea. You get the voice to speak whatever it is that you need to say. Now, because Mercury is in, and the Sun is in Virgo, this is going to be from a practical standpoint. But it may involve service. It may involve what you eat, how you take care of yourself, like exercise. That may all come into play at this time. But at the very least, Virgo does only want to take the words that mean something. So this will be a day, the 3rd of September, where the words that we speak, the thoughts that we have, will actually have meaning behind them. They will be useful. On the 4th of September, we have Venus opposing Neptune. Now this can go a couple of ways. At its highest level, Venus and Neptune express a compassion, a deep compassion, sort of a soulmate love, where you're operating at very high levels. But it can also bring, in an opposition, it can also bring deception or deceitfulness. So depending, I guess, where you are in terms of the situation you're in, I would say discrimination should be something, should be an operative word that you use around the 4th of September. And I would say, I would do a birth of a few days here. I would probably go from the 3rd to the 5th of September with this influence of Venus opposing Neptune. But you could meet somebody that's out of this world that you fall madly in love with. It can also mean money coming our way, perhaps money that up to now has been illusory, or we've not been able to get it and take it. Something may happen here to bring that in for you. But do remember, discrimination is the word of the day for the 4th specifically. We have, on the 6th of September, we have the Sun trining Saturn, and we also have Venus trining Pluto. So these are heavy hitter outer planets binging or pinging the inner planets. So to me this says, all right, today is the day I'm going to get some work done. And if that work by chance involves art or sculpture or any of the arts, it could be music too, this is a great day to produce something of substance. And at the beginning of the video, I actually put I always put a picture that I try to get to represent what I'm trying to say in my video. And it's Salvador Dali's work, And, he took a lot of chances in art. He was a surrealist, but it kind of captures what I'm going to talk about next, which is going to be the full moon. Actually, in a couple minutes, the full moon in Pisces, where you're trying to capture a dream-like image that you have in your mind, but bring it down to something concrete, like a piece of art, like a piece of sculpture. So hopefully that gives you some ideas of what I'm trying to talk about here. Now, just before that full moon, on the 10th of September, we have the sun again. So the sun is playing a big part here. The sun is our inner essence, right? Wanting to express ourselves. So the sun is opposition Neptune. Well, this truly is a day where we may be confused. We may be very tired. We may even get some immunological type problem happening with us. But at its highest, it is a spiritual union with the other, right? So that's how I would take this. This is a good day to meditate, a good day to study metaphysical things, and just to commune with nature and take the ego out of the way. All right, so the 13th and 14th of September, we have the full moon in Pisces. If you're on the Pacific coast, it will be on the 13th. If you're on the East Coast and in Europe, it's going to be on the 14th of September. So this is a lovely full moon from the standpoint of it being Pisces, which where there's no boundaries. It's highly spiritual. It can be the highest form of love. I think because it's a full moon, I'm seeing this as there's going to be some end of an illusion or a delusion for some of us. Now with the full moon, we have the sun opposite the moon, of course, but the moon also conjuncts Neptune. And I've spoken previously about how Neptune can be a couple of things. It can be the highest love, great compassion, but it can also be deceitfulness. Now, because it's coupled with the moon, I would just say err on the side of caution when it comes to your emotions. You may not be seeing or feeling things clearly, in particular feeling things clearly. So wait till the fog and the mists lift a little bit with this full moon before taking any drastic action with regards to things and people in your life that you think you may have some illusion or delusion around. That may very well be there, and certainly take precautions with that. Read all the fine print, and if your intuition, which will be operating at a very high level, says something to you, listen to it. And that would be my advice. So you may get downloads with this too, of great spiritual inspiration. The other thing is that this moon also opposes Mars, and then the sun conjuncts Mars. So this is us wanting to take action with regards to whatever this beautiful image is that we have. And as I mentioned previously, one of the best ways of doing that is to produce the dream in something actually concrete, like a piece of music, like a sculpture, like a piece of art. Now, this full moon will be at 9:34 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time on the 13th of September. We have a few wide transits happening here too. So the sun and moon coupled together do square widely Jupiter. So this could have us feeling doubtful, just generally speaking doubtful, maybe a little bit unsure of things, what to do, and is what I'm seeing correct? Is this dream that I have going to come true for myself? So there may be some doubts about that. But Mercury and Venus will conjunct the sun, but it's going to be wide too. And so this says, perhaps there will be lovely poetry being read to the object of your affections. Now the very next day, we actually have that moon go on to conjunct Chiron. So I think that whatever results and shakes out with regards to this full moon, and if it is something where someone has deceived you, or if it's something like a great love steps into your life, Chiron is going to be doing some healing here, because that moon comes in there pretty fast after that to activate Chiron. So there will be some healing that will be happening as a result of the following day of this full moon, so watch out for that. Now the other thing too, when we've got Venus and Mercury involved here with the full moon, is there could be a tying up of a project of some sort. Money may be involved. Venus can be money as well as love. But I feel there might be some kind of business deal that comes to a fruition and you seal the deal on this. All right, folks, this is just a short video for the beginning of September. I'll be back with another video, maybe another one as well. I'm going to make an announcement to say that I have left my corporate job and am immersing myself now in astrology. I teach astrology as well as my videos and Instagrams and my Facebook page. I also have a clothing line, inspirational clothing line for children too, which I'll be starting up again later on this year. So keep following me. If you want me to do your chart, you know where I am, elvisastrology.com. Contact me and we'll set something up. Take good care of yourselves, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.